ほしいの It's summer time君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するのもっともう戻れなくたって忘れないででも気持ちを伝えてしまえばいつかこの夢は覚めてしまうだろうな青い影が揺れる街角君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するのもっともう戻れなくたって忘れないでも気持ちを伝えてしまえばいつかこの夢は覚めてしまうだろうな青い影が揺れる街角
Hello, everyone. I know, my voice, what the fuck happened to it? Well, many of you have not heard me like this ever before. I want to go ahead and say hello. Uh, this is what I sound like when I'm sick or when I'm not feeling well. I caught the con crud, and I'm putting myself on mild vocal rest. So Dee Dee will be doing. Why did I say Dee Dee? Oh my god. Um, Fenris will be doing the majority of the um, covering of the news topics that require reading. Yeah. I don't know why the hell I said Dee Dee. That makes no freaking sense. See, guys, like as scatterbrained as I normally am, it's so much worse right now. That's basically it. I'm just getting all the news and stuff pulled up on my browser so I can make sure that that's shared. But just a quick heads up, yeah, guys. This is me. This is what I sound like right now. It's oh so enjoyable. I don't even care about like how crappy my voice feels. I just want to feel like me again. That's what I
I
want.
just want to crawl back into bed and sleep.
I feel that. I feel that on a molecular level. Yeah. My throat feels very raw, but thankfully the cough drops that I bought earlier um, are definitely helping with the stuff I'm going through. So my throat no longer feels freaking destroyed like it did before. Um, I don't think I have any major updates for Fat Dog other than our Kickstarter campaign is almost done. I think. Yeah, we've got less than a day left. Let me look it up real quick. Okay. Yeah, we've got 13 hours to go, so about half a day. About half a day left, and then so if you want to get any last minute donos in, now would be the time. It is the first of the month. Hopefully everybody's bills are paid and they are sitting in a much better financial place. If you don't have the money, totally understand. But if you want to donate some more to it, I don't think we're going to hit our goal of reaching 7K for the Gundam Wing 3-part special. But out of sheer boredom last week, I did go ahead and make an opening. And the ending, we call it a slate, but I guess it would be the ending, like next episode preview or here's other stuff for you to watch, that kind of thing that we put in at the end of our episodes. I made a new one of that specifically for Gundam because there was some good lo-fi Gundam music that I found, and I wanted to share that. But yeah, 13 hours left. If you want to donate some stuff in, it'll just, all that budget will do is it's just going to increase the budget for the other projects we're working on right now. So there we go. With that being said, hi, welcome to Anime Church, the church where you can cosplay and we won't judge you. I am your Minister of Science and Technology, incredibly cranky Richie Roberts.
And I am Vandersar, the patron saint of snackos and alcohol.
Yeah, I could use one of those, a lot more of one of those right now. Hint, here's your hint, it's not the snackos.
But all my snackos are alcoholic. Yesterday I made what I call party burgers, which are bacon cheeseburgers that have 13 different types of alcohol in them and will get you drunk off eating just one.
You had me at bacon cheeseburger. I was like, yeah, dude. There's a reason I still order from Wendy's from time to time. All right.
I got buzzed this morning off breakfast from eating a burger, so
that's good. I love that. That's really good.
I like my burgers. They're delicious.
Let's see. I don't know what we want to do about the trailers stuff. I'm gonna screenshot.
Oh, I was gonna say we could save the trailers for next week because I have not seen any of them.
You're not seeing any of the trailers?
I have not watched any of the trailers. I didn't know there were trailers until
we're gonna do it live
now.
No, the trailers at the beginning for Batman, Nightfall, Cyberpunk Edge Runners 2, and the Ninth Jedi stuff. That's just stuff I found.
Okay, so
the week. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
so
about.
So superhero, we're gonna cry again, and Jedi.
Yeah. Apparently, the Ninth Jedi is a continuation of the stories that they've told in Star Wars Visions, which I thought were pretty good, and I like those. Batman Nightfall, technically not a superhero. There's nothing super about him, except he's rich. His superpower is he's rich. But this Nightfall is supposed to be... Did you ever play the Arkham games?
I played 10 minutes of Arkham Asylum, and then I sold my Xbox 360 and haven't been able to play it since.
They're all on PC for pretty cheap. But yeah. So it's not that you played the Arkham Asylum and you disliked it so much you sold your 360, right?
No, I needed money, so I sold my 360 to be able to get gas money to keep my job at the time.
That makes way too much sense now. Okay. Also, guys, there's a Steam summer sale going on right now. Highly encourage you to check that out. Before I forget, yeah, so even the most recent one, let's see, you can get the Arkham Collection, which is, I think, all three of the games for $8.99. They're like 80-something% off. Arkham City, $3.99. Arkham Origins,
That's great and all. I have 800 games in my Steam library and 750 I have not touched yet.
Cool.
So I am not adding to that backlog anytime soon.
Oh, come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Apparently Phasmo put out a quality of life update that I was not aware of. All right, that's good.
Well, shit.
I'll have to worry about that later. I think it came out in the last day or two. Also, Helldivers is celebrating their community. I just looking at like updates on Steam.
Fair. We gotta find 2 more people to play Invoker with.
Okay.
Let's
go ahead.
Let's face it, if it's just you and I, it's probably not gonna be very fun.
Maybe not for us, but it could be
true.
Fun. It could be fun for like content reasons. Speaking of content reasons, I'm hoping I feel better later on this week. I'm gonna go to the doctors and see what I'm specifically fighting. But this Friday we are streaming. We will be streaming this Friday the Power World 1.0 release. So if you want to play some Power World with us, or just watch some Power World gameplay, that's
Yeah, the
probably
better Pokemon.
yeah, better Pokemon. We're gonna play better Pokemon. That's just straight up what we're actually doing. But yeah, that being the case, let's go ahead and watch these trailers and give our thoughts.
Gotham City needs Batman.
Batman, you haven't slept since Arkham exploded 2 days ago. Maybe we should ask John Paul for help. His training is coming along.
We're all that stands between those inmates and the fall of Gotham.
They say you are the greatest detective. And yet you did not see this coming. I intend to break you.
Then give it your best shot.
Let chaos reign in Gotham.
We have to help Batman.
Suit up.
Well, that's a gritty new look for the Dark Knight.
Something else is going on out there.
Come get some! The guilty must pay.
Okay, I'm digging the animation style. It is very much Batman, but also very unique to all of the other stuff that's come out so far. And it looks like we're dealing with the Archangel this time. So he's kind of a hero like Batman, except he just kills people. So I like
The way
premise.
Batman should be.
Yeah. So this is a 3-part series that's going to be coming out, and this is just for part 1. But I'm intrigued. You know, as a Batman fan, I'm very intrigued. My first introduction to the character of Archangel was through Arkham City, or no, Arkham Knight. It was Arkham Knight, and it was pretty cool. I mean, yeah, this is definitely an older Batman.
I just found it interesting and slightly entertaining seeing Batman put the guy through the freezer door and then just pummel him with blood spurting everywhere. That just
Oh yeah.
that gets me interested.
Right. All right. On to the second thing. We've got a new Cyberpunk, and this involves a different crew. So we got Cyberpunk Edge Runners 2. So wonder what tragedy is about to befall these characters.
So that's what happened to Sasuke.
As always, I love the animation style. To quote Mr. Universe from Firefly, "You guys are always bringing me the very best violence." I love that. That looks so gosh darn good. I don't really have any notes. I'm just looking forward to it. That's all.
I'm guessing, I'm making the prediction that the cameraman's the new David. It's going to get souped up and then cause us to bawl our eyes out on the last episode.
I kept thinking that entire time, the dude with the like glasses and stuff, I was just like, oh, it's a really buff Vash the Stampede.
I thought of Father Alexander from Helsing.
Also true, yeah. But it was because of the red tinted glasses and the way that they were circular. It just kept making me think of Vash. All right, let's get the Star Wars animation stuff out of the way because at least the animation side of things, they've been killing it. So I'm always looking for, and because this isn't one of those things that's bound by the Star Wars universe or whatever, it doesn't have to connect to anything. It's just its own standalone. I like those a lot better.
The Jedi and the Sith have disappeared.
What the hell?
A terrible
Hang on. Turn that off. What? Okay.
age.
No,
of
they're
conflict
hard-coded.
now mires the galaxy
I don't know
in
why there's French
chaos.
subtitles.
We are searching for allies who will stand up with us for the sake of the galaxy. We need Jedi to fight alongside us.
Are you a Jedi?
My name is now armed. I will bring order to the chaos that surrounds us.
He must be stopped.
Okay. When you give me production IG right there and you hit me with Kaiju number 8, I'm already sold.
And Psychopaths.
Yeah, and Psychopaths. Oh, honestly, another one that they did that was really good, like the animation was crazy and it popped off, the Haikyuu movie. Like, holy crap. They didn't just make volleyball look good, they made it look fucking epic. Just, yeah. I'm here for Production IG. They're a great animation studio.
Using the Kyber crystals to make a weapon?
Oh no, we've never seen that before.
Giant lightsabers.
No, well, actually, the Death Star was powered by Kyber crystals. That's what they focused everything through to shoot the big blasts off. Yeah. I don't know if the sequel trilogy that I now acknowledge does not exist used them or not. But yeah.
I won't allow you to conquer the galaxy.
This mission will be dangerous. Things are about to...
Oh, hold up. That looked really good. Oh. That black hole looks dope. All right, once again, I mean, it's Production IG, but, like, still, that animation quality is so good.
Dangerous. Things are about to get a little bumpy.
This is a lightsaber forged by Lord Zima. It reflects the user's heart.
It's blue. Is Noam a Jedi?
The Jedi fight in the name of justice.
Does the Force actually guide you? How many people have you killed for the sake of justice?
Oh, that's a really okay. That's dope. I like where this is going from like a psychological standpoint. It was like, oh, you think you're so pure and innocent? Oh, how many people have you killed? Oh, that's so good. I like that.
Ooh, silver.
What?
Said, ooh, silver.
Yeah, it could be silver. It could be a dark saber. I don't know for sure. Oh, damn it. But yeah. This looked. That looked really good. I'm looking forward to it. Those are my thoughts. All right, let's move on. Yeah, let's jump into the gaming side of things. Fenris, let's talk a little bit about the Bungie layoffs and some of the crazy people that got laid off. really quick off rip, a lot of people got fired from Bungie. Now it's 296 people at the Bellevue studio, and I want to point out that doesn't mean that only 290 something people got axed in total. That just means at that one particular location. There are people that were working remotely and other stuff that could have also gotten the axe. So I'm going to point that out. But the one surprising bit of news was that Jason Jones got caught in that as well. Jason Jones has been one of the founders of Bungie. He's been there since the OG Marathon days. He is honestly one of the fathers of Halo. So yeah, Bungie.
And
Bungie's
by
been,
OG Marathon, we're talking about like the good marathon,
yeah.
not whatever's this
Current
bullshit
marathon.
is these days.
Also, they straight up laid off some people who were working on the current marathon as well. So that was another thing because the marathon side of the marathon fans and the Bungie community were like, let the bad game die so that our game can rise. And then you get these layoffs for the marathon staff, and they're like, wait, what? And I'm like, man, don't talk shit, you know? Because if you thought the axe was coming down indiscriminately, no. Anyway, let's roll through it. Take it away, Fenris.
Once Destiny 2 announced it was ending development of live content being put on a kind of maintenance mode that didn't even include a skeleton team, the writing was on the wall. Bungie would be hit by layoffs, and as early reporting indicated, the scale would be huge. That is exactly what happened. On Thursday, Bungie was almost cut in half by Sony-led layoffs that touch all pieces of the company, wiping out decades of history and mountains of talent. Here's where things stand, even as more information is coming in. According to the official numbers filed in the WARN notice, at least 292 Bungie employees have been laid off in Washington. The cutoff date there is July 9th and does not include other locations or contractors. This includes the entire Destiny 2 team, barring perhaps one or two exceptions that may surface. Previously, some had already been moved over to Marathon, but that was not a part of what happened yesterday. It's everyone, I was told yesterday by those witnessing events in real time. Additional layoffs affected at least some devs on Marathon and some at Sony Interactive Entertainment who were supporting Bungie. The layoffs also included contractors on both Destiny and Marathon, with the former being a somewhat chaotic situation in which those contractors were supposed to help test and implement the last hotfix for Destiny 2. It's not clear if the hotfix is going out at all now. There may be no one left to finish it or push it live. What happened with the much derided leadership at Bungie is somewhat of a tangled web. Justin Truman, the head of Bungie who replaced Pete Parsons, has stepped down. There are reports that Bungie co-founder Jason Jones has also departed. There is no word on Bungie OG Tyson Green, the all-but-invisible director of Destiny 2. But these are not layoffs in the traditional sense, as many of the oldest and most key members of Bungie have Sony cash-out deals resulting from the sale of the studio that are vesting this month. We do not have an actual list of names and figures, but it stands to reason that has a lot to do with who has left and why. Replacing Justin Truman as the new head of Bungie is Poria Torkin, former VP of Operations and someone almost no Bungie fan have probably ever heard of. He is originally from Herman Hulst's Guerrilla Games, but he has been with Bungie for a decade or so now. For what it's worth, former Bungie community manager Liana Rupert, who has torched much of leadership since her departure, calls him a good man. Marathon continues to marathon. There were some cuts here, but all indications are that director Joe Ziegler is still in place and content plans march on. In the layoff notice, PlayStation head Herman Hulst and Marathon remains an important part of our portfolio, and they will continue to support it after the strong foundation established in Seasons 1 and 2. Certainly a confusing sentiment, as both the public and internal numbers would likely not describe a strong foundation. Another citation in the notice is that other Bungie projects in incubation are still years away, but incubation is not production, and last I checked, no projects have no projects have actually been greenlit, and the dream of Destiny 3 taking shape now is impossible, given the clearing out of the entire Destiny 2 team. No good news, no silver lining other than the fact that, well, the entire studio wasn't shut down at least. But this is far from the end of the Bungie saga, a studio now supported by a single struggling game. Hopefully things can get better from here, and those laid off can find new work quickly.
Okay. So a couple of things real quick about this. I did see that the narrative director for Destiny 2 was apparently still around at Bungie. Not 100% sure if the sources validate that or not, but it appears that Allison is still with them. So there could be hope for Destiny-related projects that would not, in and of itself, be Destiny 3, but could go out to other mediums, other licenses, games, or other games, movies, series, stuff like that. There is also the Destiny Rising game, which is a alternate universe mobile and PC game by NetEase. That did not get the X. That's still going on. Bungie, and by extension PlayStation, still own the IP of Destiny, so there's plenty of stuff that they can do with it. But yeah, I don't know. Also, the guy that you were talking about, the Herman Hulst thing, the new president or whatever of Bungie, he's also pretty well known for like using existing IPs and putting them in other things. So like, don't be surprised if like 6 months from now we see like Destiny themed Monopoly and stuff like that, because they're familiar. He's kind of somebody that does that just to kind of recoup money off of the IP. Though I don't know how well that's going to go over, considering how much of a sour taste this has left in the mouths of Destiny fans. Last but not least, I have heard, and again, this is not confirmation. These are just rumors circulating around, and I'll just share what I've heard. So, as you guys have heard from this article, a majority of the Destiny team is just gone, like it caught the axe. Part of those is the raid team for Destiny, and there have been talks for a while now of Halo Studios trying to make a Halo MMO that would follow after Halo Infinite, and it would be very MMO-like, an MMO shooter of a Destiny vein in that way. And they have reached out to former Bungie employees who are working on raids, strikes, stuff like that, to possibly see if they would be interested. And if so, I'm kind of about that in a way, because one of the things that has predominantly been good about Destiny has been their raids. Their raids are very good and well put together and fun, with the exception of one. I can only think of one that wasn't that good, and that was Root of Nightmares. I mean, but the whole Beyond Light campaign just was ass. It felt like it was a rush job, which it's starting to sound like it actually was. Like, leadership was like, they came to them with an original pitch, original story, had story stuff that was going to be very tied into the raid, and it was all shut down, and they had to kind of start from scratch really quickly. But yeah, that's where I'm at on that. I didn't know if you had anything you wanted to add on to that.
Nope.
All right. Well, there we go. Once again, guys, please take these thoughts and the stuff that I shared with you with a grain of salt. It is currently just part of the rumor mill. It does not mean that it is true. Okay, on to Sony's favorite letter, L.
PlayStation's decision to end disc production has been met with outrage and disappointment from fans and developers alike. And now PlayStation is attracting even more criticism as a community note attached to its disc announcement has highlighted another recent controversy. Those hoping PlayStation will see the error of its way may want to lower their expectations. From a business perspective, data proves that a vast majority of gamers purchase games digitally nowadays, so spending money on producing discs that may never buy is a hard sell. Beyond that, Sony is already lowering disc production at its biggest factory, with said plant even switching over to micro optics since it's expecting to produce very few discs by 2028. As fans of physical game collections continue to bash Sony, its social media silence following the frustrating announcement remains deafening. The community note in question states Sony is pushing a digital monopoly, ending physical discs and closing PS3 Vita stores, turns purchases into revocable licenses under Sony's control. The EU penalized Apple for comparable DMA abuses. PlayStation is eroding ownership and consumer choice the same way. Alongside some gamers simply loving the idea of having a physical collection to show off and admire, there are many players understandably concerned about video game preservation. After all, the PS3 and PS Vita stores are shutting down, and even though fans will be able to re-download their own games for the foreseeable future, the cutoff could essentially come at any time. To add to PlayStation's troubles, a Twitter community note just tied its two latest controversies together. Said community note reads as follows. Digital purchases grant a revocable license to access content, not ownership. Sony recently removed hundreds of purchased Studio Canal movies from libraries due to licensing.
500 of them.
Whilst PlayStation users losing access to hundreds of films isn't the exact same scenario as expensive video game licenses being revoked, and the movie licensing issues ultimately fell on Studio Canal, the optics have been undeniably bad for PlayStation. Those paying close attention to news about the company will have already been pointing to these removed films as proof that digital libraries can fade away at any time, as licenses can always be revoked and are not truly the same as ownership. Now, anyone that wasn't already connecting these two events will do so thanks to this community note, painting Sony's licenses as untrustworthy and the looming loss of discs as even more problematic. Since Sony made its controversial announcement, it's been silent on social media, meaning that its confirmation of disc production ending in 2028 and this awkward community note are the first thing that Twitter users see when viewing the PlayStation page. Obviously, this is also not a good look, and with it being a holiday weekend in the US, there's a good chance there won't be a post on the main PlayStation social media account until Monday. This provides more time for gamers and developers to focus on criticizing PlayStation for its decision, which Sony surely doesn't want.
Yeah, there's also the fact that it was reported recently that a lot of people who had ordered PlayStation games or products canceled their orders after this announcement from Sony.
Yep.
So, yeah, they are losing money now because of this. All right, continuing on.
The PlayStation community has pointed to a rule in Sony's terms of service in some regions that allows the company to delete a user account simply for inactivity. July has been a chaotic month for the Japanese company so far. It started by announcing that PlayStation consoles will no longer receive new physical discs beginning in January 2028. Now Sony is under fire for trying to retain full control over consumers' digital libraries through what some are now calling an unconscious thank you, unconscionable contract. Many believe the gaming industry is moving toward a no ownership model, allowing major companies like Sony and to essentially rent games under the guise of selling them. People's right to own the products they have paid for seems to be at risk, and some hope future legislation will stop such policies before it's too late. That said, a newly resurfaced section of Sony's terms of service has convinced many that no one will truly own what they purchased. Section 21, closing your account. 21.1, you may close your account by contacting us using the details at Section 28. 21.2, if you have not used your account for at least 36 months, we may take steps to close it. In that case, we will contact you via the email address registered to your account and give you 6 months to either log into your account or contact us and tell us you want to keep your account open. 21.3, after your account is closed, you will not be able to access the PlayStation Online services or use the digital products purchased with that account. Account closure is irreversible. Fans have noticed a controversial policy in Sony's terms of service in some regions, including the United Kingdom, under the section titled Closing Your Account, which I just read. Game Rent was unable to independently verify exactly when sections 21.1, .2, and .3 were added to PlayStation's terms of service. However, according to the UK-specific TOS, the page was last updated in April 2026. It is also worth noting that, as of this writing, the US version of Sony's terms of service does not include a similar section regarding account inactivity. Amid the news surrounding Sony's account inactivity policy, many fans on social media are using #BoycottSony to urge players around the world to stop making purchases on the PlayStation Store. There's also an official PlayStation petition urging the company to reconsider its decision. One of the main arguments against Sony's decision to discontinue discs is that the company is effectively taking away customers' ownership rights, not just one of their purchasing options. So far, Sony has not addressed the backlash, and its final official statement remains the July 1st blog post. I read that as July I blog post for some fucking reason. The Japanese video game giant has confirmed that PlayStation will continue supporting discs beyond 2028, though reprints and re-releases will be limited to games originally published before 2027. Meanwhile, the company has offered no guarantee that it will safeguard users' digital libraries as it moves toward a seemingly full-throttle transition to a no-disc era. In contrast, its policies allow digitally owned content to be removed or revoked without a legal explanation or refund. For example, Sony already plans to remove more than 500 movies from users' libraries in September due to licensing requirements.
Yep. Let's move on to some happy news. You know you done messed up when a pizza chain destroys you on social media?
Or KFC.
Or KFC. Dude, Domino's UK was fucking hilarious. We have digital pizzas for sale. You needed that corrected. It's not a Japanese company. No, Sony is a Japanese company. It was founded in Japan. Spider. It was not founded in California. It was founded in Japan. It may have a U.S. headquarters in California, but Sony is predominantly a Japanese company. PlayStation as well. It was founded. They move headquarters back. Well, they can have headquarters in multiple countries. That's not the issue. They've always had a Japanese headquarters because, again, that's where it was founded.
So Sony was founded on May 7th, 1946 in Nihonbashi, Tokyo.
Mm-hmm. So they may have a building and a headquarters in Cali, but that is not their main headquarters. Their main headquarters is located in Tokyo. So, all right, let's talk about Steam.
Yep. And real quick, the PlayStation itself was founded December 3rd, 1994 in Japan. Before anybody tries to argue about PlayStation itself.
Okay, again, Spider, their U.S.-based headquarters may have moved to California, but not their main headquarters. Their main headquarters is still in Japan. It's Japanese-based. Raymond, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I am not in charge of that series, so asking me when we're getting the next episode of Shield Hero Abridged, I don't know. I'm not in charge of that project. I have nothing to do with that. Sony Global is based out of Japan. Gotcha.
Yeah, the Sony Group Corporation is located in Minatoku, Tokyo, Japan.
There you go.
PlayStation is headquartered in San Mateo, California. Sony Pictures Entertainment is in Culver City, California.
Oh yeah, the Sony
Sony
Pictures.
Corporation of Sony Corporation of America, the American branch, is headquartered in New York, and Sony Electronics is headquartered in San Diego.
Yeah,
But they are all under the Sony Group Corporation, which is headquartered once again in Tokyo.
Japan. Yeah, so it's a Japanese-based company. All right. And just because you asked the question, according to what is said, every time you ask when the next episode of something is coming out, it just got pushed back a day further. So that's apparently the joke we go with. I'm just not in a jokey mood. I'm kind of tired. All right, let's.
I
talk
am
about Steam.
too. I'm just trying to get through this so that way I can
blame
lay
you.
back down.
Yeah, same.
Steam users have one last chance to claim the 2024 horror game Glitched Out for free before it's permanently delisted from the platform. The game's developer has confirmed plans are officially in motion to remove the game from Steam, although no date has been given for when it will be gone for good. It's important to note that Glitched Out is not available as part of Steam's regular free-to-keep promotion. These deals will often give away a variety of games, many of which come from indie developers. Glitched Out is, and always has been, free to play, but the fact that it's on the verge of being delisted means it's worth highlighting before it's made unavailable by the developer. In a post on Twitter, developer SHB Games revealed that it has begun the process to remove Glitched Out from Steam, confirming in a follow-up post that it is being delisted as the company it released via is soon to be closed. However, those who add the scary horror game to their Steam libraries before it's delisted will continue to have access to it, so those who are interested should be sure to grab it before it's gone for good. The game doesn't need to be installed. When it's acclaimed, it will remain in the library to be installed whenever required. Unfortunately, the developer did not reveal exactly when Glitched Out will be delisted from Steam. This makes it even more time-sensitive for those who want to take advantage of this last chance to add it to their libraries. It could be gone within hours, days, or weeks, so it's best not to take the chance unless the developer announces a delisting date in the future. Since its release, Glitched Out has received mostly positive Steam reviews, with players highlighting the aesthetics, story, and world building as particular high points. Not every horror game has a great story, so to get a title that effectively balances scares with narrative is a rarity. Given its solid reviews, it's a shame to see it set to disappear for good, but it also provides all the more reason for gamers to grab it while it's still available. Oh, that burp did not taste good. There's no shortage of free games on Steam for players to pick up. While Steam users certainly can spend tons of money building up a giant gaming library, it's far from a necessity, as there's always plenty of limited time deals to take advantage of. Right now, the usual free-to-keep promotion has no games available, so gamers should keep an eye out over the next couple of weeks, as it's rare that there's nothing to grab.
All right, there we go. This is one that you brought up earlier, so let's talk about Xbox also ending physical disc support.
Yeah. A Notorious Gaming Insider reports that the Xbox Project Helix console may not have a disk drive, and that the company may be considering the end of physical discs. Well, I'm just going to call it physical media because it's a lot easier. While Xbox has been silent about the news so far, one of the biggest headlines in the video game industry this week was that PlayStation is abandoning the production and sale of physical media starting January 2028. This hit fans like a freight train, and many are wondering what the ownership of video games will be like when 2028 comes, and consumer protection authorities are wondering what they can do about this. This comes shortly after the reveal that GTA 6 won't have physical media, and none will be made for the monumental Rockstar release. In fact, the physical copies of the game will only have a digital download code, to the point that some retailers are refusing to sell the game because it goes against their policies. The industry seems to be moving to a digital-only era, and Xbox seems to be following suit. Jez Corden, a renowned insider who specializes in Microsoft and Xbox related reporting, shared on the Xbox 2 podcast that Project Helix may not have physical disk drives and may now be considering not supporting physical games. Previously, Corden stated that Project Helix was never planned to have a disk driver, but a subsequent article from Tom Warren alleged that nothing had been decided for sure about Project Helix yet. Corden followed up on the news with his sources, and no confirmed stance has indeed been taken. However, Corden wonders what Xbox's silence about PlayStation no longer supporting physical media means, and he thinks it may be wiser for the company to say nothing right now if Xbox is also considering the death of physical media as a possibility for Helix. The fact that Xbox hasn't done anything to capitalize on it yet, says Corden about PlayStation's no physical disc approach, probably says it all. I still think there's very little chance that Helix will have a disk drive natively, continues Corden, because I just think the economics of having a company that prints discs have become unviable. This is not dissimilar from an analyst's comment about PlayStation saving costs with its digital-only approach, saying that prepaid game cards could be a valid alternative to physical discs. Considering that Corden strongly believes Project Helix won't have a disk drive, and considering Xbox's silence on the matter in the industry with increasing costs, it seems very likely that physical games won't stay. It makes all the more sense when considering the high cost of RAM and producing consoles nowadays, with analysts predicting that the memory shortage could last well beyond 2027. In this scenario, it seems plausible that video game companies will try to cut costs where possible, and physical discs seem to be the prime candidate for this. Fans are hoping that Xbox's Project Helix will be more PC-like in the sense that it may not have a disk drive, but allow users to insert a detachable drive or something of the sort. Whether this will be the case remains to be seen, but Xbox's silence is not encouraging. Still, Xbox is reportedly testing a feature to digitize physical games, and it could be what Project Helix needs to win fans over after the PlayStation debacle.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, moving on to our anime block. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. I accidentally closed that out. Let's go ahead and check out the trailer, the teaser trailer for The One Piece. The official...
I was going to say, didn't we watch this a couple of weeks ago?
No, we didn't watch The One Piece.
Because I remember making a comment that 4Kids looks great now, and you got silent about it.
We didn't watch the trailer. We saw like some images and stuff for it.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the official trailer. Two Piece has begun. Yes, indeed.
Fame.
Two Piece and a biscuit.
The man who attained everything the world had to offer. Gold Roger, king of the pirates. With his dying words, he drove countless souls into the vast sea. In search of the One Piece, many set sail toward the Grand Line, plunging this world into the Great Pirate Era.
Oh yeah, it looks pretty good.
Not gonna lie, the little bits of CG that you can tell were CG still look fantastic.
Yeah. This is Studio Wit, so that makes sense. Like, they're not shy on their animation. Yeah, it looks a lot better. I also like they're incorporating story beats that weren't technically there to begin with, but makes sense that they would be. So I saw Dodon, which is Luffy's early childhood before he left the island shortly after Shanks and Fuchsia Village. So, yeah, good to see that. It would make sense from a timeline perspective. And this is also something Oda approved of. They couldn't post it unless Oda approved of it. So if you don't like it, well, I don't know what to tell you, dude. It's not meant to be a one-to-one recreation, and they're not readapting the anime. They're going off of the manga. So
Yep. Which means it's going to be a lot more streamlined.
Yep. Oh, and good news, ladies and gentlemen. After 3 years it has officially been greenlit. RWBY Season 10 is returning. I'm going to watch the video real quick. Let's see the video.
Where are we?
Okay, so it's not just me.
What the heck? I was doing something. Wait, so we teleport here and everyone has props except me. You know, I was doing something too. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. What does it say? Why don't you see for yourself?
Why don't you see for yourself? They walk towards the giant box. I don't see a giant box.
I think they mean that box.
That feels important.
Well, let's open it. Well, the script says... Carrie?
What is this about?
Oh, right. They're adding the text in post.
Giant text reads, RWBY Volume 10 is greenlit.
What? Oh my god! Is this real life?
I knew it.
Seriously, thank you guys so much for your patience. We know it's been a long wait, but we promise it'll be worth it. And while we're hard at work,
You guys can watch volumes 1 through 9 over and over again.
Cool. I like that. It was an interesting way to do it. Also, I thought that Blake's voice actress was genuine. Like, she was like, wait, this is actually happening? This isn't a troll? Like, yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, those are the type of announcement trailers I wish we got more of because
Right.
they're quirky.
Yeah. They're silly, they're stupid, they're fun, and I love it.
They're fourth wall breaking, and it's what we need every now and then.
We do need a good fourth wall breaking every now and then. We can't just leave it up to Deadpool.
Exactly.
All right. So yeah, guys. That was Viz Media's Anime Expo announcement on yesterday. That Volume 10 is officially greenlit, so they will be working on Volume 10, and I am so looking forward to it. Yeah. I don't have much to say other than that. I don't want to read the entire article. I think the video kind of summed it up.
I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah. I am very much a fan. I am very much a fan of RWBY. I'm not like as diehard as some people, but I enjoy the show, and I'm looking forward to season 10. I thought season 9 was some of their best stuff because of like how introspective it was with the characters, how it kind of broke everybody down, and then they had to build themselves back up. I always like those, especially because it starts off with "We all lost." So yeah, there we go. All right, let's move on to... We got a bunch of Crunchyroll stuff because I didn't want to make it all Anime News Network stuff. So there we go.
Yep.
Elusive Samurai Season 2 premieres on July 17th. Oh, there is a trailer for this. Let's watch the trailer.
Yep.
Because the title more or less covers it.
Oh, there's a trailer. あなた様は生きることで英雄となる。
鎌倉が滅ぼされて2度目の夏。鎌倉に帰りたいな。
鎌倉から流れてきた北条の残党があちこちで乱を起こしてるそうだ。
鎌倉は足利の鎌倉に生まれ変わりつつあった。
鎌倉の民を諸君の平和は足利と久し番衆が必ず守る。
Okay, I wasn't losing my mind. I'm having to pause at certain times because I'm not feeling well, so I'm thinking my brain is seeing things. No, I literally saw a samurai with a surfboard. Okay.
Yep.
It was not just me. All right, cool. Aquaman in Japan.
すべては我が殿高氏様のため。高氏の忠義に偽りはなく、帝の中心として一生を得ましょう。大乱さえ起こらなければ。鎌倉奪還、具体的な計画を練る頃合いです。
私は北条の子、舐められるわけにはいかない。
玄馬くんと私は東へ、綾子ちゃんは西へお願い。
これ式のことで若様を守れなきゃ巴御前になれないもん。
雫たちが帰ってくるのは明日の日の出だ。
貴様は北条か。
鎌倉への思いだけはどんな強者にも負けません。必ず鎌倉を取り返してみせる。
All right. All right. So I'm looking forward to it. Looks pretty interesting. Also, this is content post where I read in the manga, so this is all new content to me. I have no idea what's going on, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. Any thoughts, Fenris?
I have not watched the first season, so
That's okay.
Yeah,
I've read most of the content that was in the first season, so I didn't watch it. So we'll see how it goes. All right, Apothecary Diaries. I did not know this was happening. They're getting a movie that's coming out December 11th.
and there's a trailer.
There is. Let's look at it.
I'm so thankful for trailers right now.
Jesus Christ.
旅行に行かないか?
Okay.
旅行?
Let's see if there's like English
旅行に
subs.
行かないか?
Oh, how about a journey? A journey. Oh, okay.
あれには5年前に亡くなった中級妃の遺体が載っている。それについて調べてほしいことがある。
これは
遺体の秘密と隠された財宝、そして鍵を握るのは一人の少年。
助けてください。首がまさか
極上の謎解きエンターテインメントが幕を開ける。劇場版薬屋の独り言、暴妃の秘宝。
どんな秘密を隠しているのだろうか。
Yeah, I was down as soon as I heard Apothecary Diaries movie. Apothecary Diaries has my respect right now. I've really enjoyed how they've been handling stuff, so I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still need to watch Apothecary Diaries.
Oh, it's really good.
It's on my watch list. I have 10 more anime I need to clear out of my continue watch before I start another series.
Gotcha. We got.
I had 26 a couple weeks ago, so I'm making progress.
There you go. We have another Tanya the Evil Season 2 trailer. We're going to go ahead and take a look at it. Season 2 is dropping, I think, this month, right? It's not a fall one, it's a summer one. Yeah, summer. I don't know specifically when. It didn't say specifically when. How dare you? All right, let's go ahead and get started.
地獄の日々が蘇るようだろう。
まったくだ。貴様と一緒でなければ無理だったよ。
それはお互い様だ。
何にせよ、これで。
Okay, so there's no subtitles.
July 8th is when the sub airs.
終わらせたいものだな。
我々に必要なのは素晴らしき友人です。
哀れな同盟国を救ってやらねばならん。帝国という世界の敵と戦争をしている。今もなお血は流れ続けている。
我が軍は勝利いたします。
クソ誰め。
連邦に魔導部隊。
マルコ、離脱します。どうした？バイス。
限界です。すでに連隊長クラスですら死傷しています。
ラーゲリの風に比べればぬるいことよ。
ラインの悪魔がいれば撃墜し、何としても確保せよと。
このままでは
我々の未来はまだ絶望というわけでもあるまい。
願わくはライヒとその良き友人たちの未来に光あらんことを。
Good God. Yeah, that looks really good. I can't wait for that.
Does.
All right, moving on. We've got some Gundam news.
Yep. A special promotional video is in production for Mobile Suit Gundam 8. currently serialized to popular acclaim and Gundam Ace. Animation studio Raging Bull is handling the production, directed by Tomoki Kyoda of the Psalms of Planets Eureka 7 series. Stay tuned for future updates to see what kind of visuals awaits.
Nice. I thought they already
I
had a
have not
video
heard
out.
of Raging Bull yet, though Eureka 7 is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is. All right. Moving on. Last but not least, let's talk a little bit about KyoAni. We'll just cover some of this. We're not going to go through the entirety of reading it, so we'll just cover the first 2 paragraphs and then be on with our thing. It does have a trailer that we'll watch after that.
Okay. Sparks of Tomorrow, Kyoto Animation's ambitious 2018 project that was put on hold after the devastating 2019 fire, is finally premiering this summer, and it is a beacon of hope for the studio in more ways than one. Self-hailed as a new frontier for the studio, which has created beloved fan favorites such as Sound Euphorium, Aeon, and Free, Sparks of Tomorrow is a leap of faith that embraces a novice director's vision for the future, all while being set in an alternate history Meiji era Kyoto where Steam was king. I can apparently not fucking read right now. Jesus.
Cool.
Fans at Anime Expo were able to watch the first 2 episodes ahead of the series' July 5th Netflix premiere. Hey, that's today.
Yep.
Along with a Q&A with director Minoru Ota, producer Satori Tsunami, and emceed by musician and producer Ginger Root, or Cameron Liu, who provides the ending theme for the first season. The series follows a clumsy girl named Inako Momokawa, whose special talent is believing in everything, but who's been betrothed to the branch manager of the local steam monopoly, and an engineer and inventor named... I so wanted to make the joke of Gabe Newell, but... Kihachi Sakamoto, whose dreams for the future withered when his older brother never returned from war.
AKA
Even
Gabe
so,
Newell. Yeah.
even so, he holds fast to his brother's belief that the 20th century will usher in the age of electricity, which will allow society to thrive in a technicolor dream world unshackled by steam. Otherwise known as good old games.
Yeah. The Steam era of Japan. This looks pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and give the trailer a look, and then we'll give our thoughts on this. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Can you all please?
Why is it blue?
I don't. Okay, there we go. Jeez, I'm just trying to see if there's subtitles. Okay, cool.
電気目録はどこだ。
騙されないぞ。なんでイナゴの姉ちゃんが持ってる。
イナコですリー
結婚。
あなたそこまでして嫌です
目録がなきゃ俺臆病なまんまなんだ。
お兄さんを信じるお手伝いがしたいんですおもろそうやからうちも手伝うじゃあ私も
一緒に未来を見よう。
僕は目録を手に入れる。そして必ず君とまた一緒に夢を追いかけるんだ。
20世紀電気目録は俺と清六兄ちゃんのものだ。
20世紀電気目録ユーレカエブリカ。
Man, if you didn't tell me that was KyoAni, I'd be able to tell you right away because of the art and animation styles.
Yeah. Yes.
Fucking missed it.
Dude, KyoAni coded. For real. Alrighty. Well, that's all of our stories that we have to cover today. Any thoughts on this last one before we sign off?
I am so glad they're coming back.
Super happy for KyoAni. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, that's going to be it for us. Thank you for joining us for Anime Church, the church where you can cosplay and we won't judge you for it. I am your Minister of Science and Technology, Richard Roberts.
I'm your patron, the snacko and alcohol guy, Fenner Sovereign.
And we'll see you next time. Take care and bye for now.
Bye.